All right. I want to talk today about supplements. Yes, supplements. Everyone's going gaga over supplements, right? There's so many out there on marketing on every platform, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of it, right? And the thing is, so many people are going crazy over it. Everybody thinks they need all of these supplements. You've got all these nootropics. You've got obviously vitamin D, D3, K2, things for gut. And don't get me wrong, if you've seen any of my videos, I do promote specific products. The aim with this video is to just show you some red flags and warning signs when you're looking online or going into a box store to make a purchase for a specific supplement, whether it was recommended to you by, say, an allopathic practitioner, a holistic doctor, functional doctor, integrative, TCM. The important thing is to look at the ingredients. And a lot of the products, in my experience, my life experience, and I don't know everything, right? I'm just sharing with you kind of, that's all I can share you is my experience. Make recommendations, suggestions, and guide you. That's what I love to do. That's what I do when I work with people, is I guide others. So it's important because a lot of the delivery mechanisms, whether they're a tablet, a capsule, a pill, a foam, a patch, have to be careful with a lot of these things because of what they can interfere with. If you check with your own, this isn't medical advice, just check with your own conscientious practitioner, right? People that are on antidepressants, that are on all kinds of drugs, SSRIs, serotonin reuptake inhibitors, and all of those things. And literally the thing that I want to draw your attention to is the one supplement is that thing up there in the sky right above me, behind me. Can't see it too clearly. The sun supplement. And especially if you get that sun exposure early in the day. So the closer you are to the equator, technically the better off you'll be, but you have to understand or understand how to utilize the sun the right way. Yes, the sun can burn you. It can cause a lot of damage, but the sun in and of itself is not harmful. It does not cause all of these diseases, cancer, and everything else. There's many other factors involved. And typically, before I get off track, I tend to go off on all these tangents, so I need to remind myself and reel myself back in. So supplements. Less is more. That's sort of the foundation. That's my motto. Less is more. Because in America, 1 is too many and 100 is never enough. People have closets filled with supplements, powders, liquids. They have schedules. I take 2 of these in the morning. I take it with this. I eat it with food. I don't eat it with food. It's like doing the fucking hokey pokey. You put your left foot in, take your left foot out, turn yourself around, right? I'm making fun of it because really we get it. I think it's just gotten completely out of control in my estimation. And again, I'm someone that promotes certain products. And I promote them specifically because I think there is a place and a time where they can assist, they can support. That's the whole idea of a supplement, is it's not a permanent, it's temporary. Depending on where you are on your evolutionary path, age-wise, I really don't count that because I think it's all in how you feel, your emotions, your intuition, trusting more that than your logic and intellect, which is a contraction of energy. You go to the store, your doctor says, your practitioner, you need more vitamin D, you need more vitamin E, vitamin A, you need your B vitamins, you're not methylating, just like ad nauseum. Let's first and foremost think about nature first. Movement, exercise, taking in the air, being peaceful with yourself as much as you can. I realize most of us have busy schedules, moms, families, kids. My daughters are older now, but younger parents. It's a completely different, I'm a boomer, so Gen Z, Gen X, whatever the generation is. It's like we have to start with the foundation, with the basics, and that is movement, exercise. One of the guys that I love is Dr. Jack Craze, light, water, and magnetism. Being outdoors, we're too much indoors under fake light, synthetic electricity, LED lights, and we need to be out in nature more, or as much as we can, to get the right sort of bioelectric balance within our vessel. So when we start taking all these supplements, kind of went off on a rant, when we start taking all these supplements, the body, in a sense, to me, atrophies, depending on your age, right? If you're in your teens, your tweens, you're taking all these things, the body hasn't fully adapted to the environment, to where you're at. So it could be the foods, it could be, there's multiple factors involved, but when you start taking a ton of supplements, you just want the cleanest ingredients with the least amount of fillers, emulsifiers. You can do your research and you'll see that there's a crap load out there. And again, you don't need to take as many as you may get a recommendation. And coming back to the less is more idea, if you start getting the right foods, the right liquids in your body, you know, the protein, and I'm not going to go on a rant here about diets and vegetarian, paleo, keto, primal. I'm an omnivore. It's just like where I'm at, what's in season, what I'm aligned with and what I'm in tune with is what I go. Sometimes if I need to do a fast, I'll do a fast. The body requires water more than it requires sustenance, food. We can go for months on end without food, literally. And again, it's one of those things in America, 1 is too many, 100 is never enough. People are eating 3-5 times a day. They're intermittent fasting. It just depends. Eating is emotional, plain and simple. You feel great, you eat. You feel like shit, you eat, right? It just depends. When you're stressed, it's usually like yeast, mold, and fungus, carbs, sugar, right? Anyway, I'm going on another trajectory. Anyway, that's really my point. Is just keep an eye out on the supplements. Keep an eye out on what you're looking at, what you're putting in your body. And sometimes you could be taking like 5 or 10 different supplements, but it's actually creating like a toxic reaction within your body. It's creating toxicity. It's lowering your redox potential. It's slowing your mitochondrial function, the ATP, right? When I get up early in the day and get sunlight in my eyes and on my body, that stimulates all the hormones in the compound pharmacy in my brain. The more I stare at the sun, the more I do different type of balancing exercises. I create what's called BDNF, brain-derived nootropic factor. Okay? There's just so many things. I don't want to unpack all this in this one video. I'll do more. If you have any comments, questions of anything I've said, doesn't make sense, drop them below, let me know, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Is really what I love doing is just getting this information out to people. And there's others like myself that are doing their best to provide information. Kudos to them as well. If you jive with this stuff and subscribe, share, let people know. As they say, sharing is caring, right? I'll be uploading more. I'm doing my best to be consistent. That's one thing I've not done here, I'll be honest, on YouTube or for that matter, other platforms. I do have a school page, SKOOL, which is linked here on my YouTube profile, I believe. But I'll be getting my shit together more and more because it's just so important to get this information out. Whether you take it or use it or care about it or not, I'm cool with that. But I just want to put it out there. So I think that's what I got for now. I hope you're enjoying your day or evening. And we'll be in touch soon. All right. Bye for now.